Let's take a look at Shugs. Shugs is a 25-year-old artist based in California. Shugs' music is really unique in the way that it doesn't really sound like anything you've ever heard before. Whenever you listen to Shugs' music, you immediately get hit with a lively and energetic feeling. Today we get to learn more about him, his music, and his history. Because today, I got to interview Shugs. Yeah, you've done an interview before, right?
I've done like a few. I did one on video, and then I think I did one
On stream.
on my phone. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did one with someone. Yeah.
I,
Are you gonna have your camera on, or should I have mine on, or what?
You should have your on. I'm not like, I don't really like
Okay.
having my face.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna just ask some basic questions. We're going to move into
Fix my goddamn
easy
Wait.
questions, and then we're going to move into
Okay.
some like childhood questions and deeper stuff.
Nice. Wait, so is this going on like YouTube? I saw your Instagram, but
Yeah, it's going
I
on.
didn't get a chance to look at YouTube.
Yeah,
So are you like editing it, or is it just gonna be straight up like,
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it a bit.
Okay. If you put on Instagram too, let me know, because you could do like that dual post thing.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Yeah.
So how old are you?
Jesus, bro. I feel like an old man. I'm getting bald spots. No, I'm 25. 25 years old.
Do you think your like music matches your maturity?
I feel like it does now. Like I think it always has. My music's definitely changed. I used to yell a lot. I still like to yell, but like I don't know. I feel like that anger's kind of left me now. It's I just want to talk truthfully. So yeah, it does match my maturity, I think. I don't know if people realize that though or not. I have no idea how it sounds.
Yeah. What do you want people like seeing your character? Shugs.
They want to see in the character of me.
Yeah, like
what do you mean?
What do you want people to see? And like do you want them to see like an inspiration? Do you want them to see like an anger outlet? Like,
yeah, word. Well, I don't know. I'm just talking my truth, dude. Like when I write my music, it's just coming from me. So I don't know the people who have found it, what they see in it. Maybe it's the lyrics, maybe it's the sound. They relate to something though. I think my music maybe comes from like anger and sadness. So maybe those people have those feelings too. I really can't tell. I don't really talk to a lot of the people who listen to my music deeply. I just, in the DM high or whatever. But I don't necessarily want them to see anything. I'm just lucky that I have people who are going to listen to me and I can speak honestly. That's all I can ask for. So
yeah. Do you have any other any other hobbies other than music?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, my first hobby or thing I really put my time into is drawing. Cartoons, animation. I was in an animation class in high school. I had mentorship with Nickelodeon. I worked at Warner Bros for a few years. I interned there, and then I worked there full time before I quit to do music full time. So drawing is definitely the one. Like I don't draw as much as I like to, or I mean now, but I do all the drawing and the art for my my songs, the cover arts, which is it's more Photoshop plus cartoon stuff now, real plus whatever you want to call that art style. That's the one. I like to watch movies a lot. Go to the movie theater. I live in LA, so there's so many movie theaters here. Growing up with the studios, that was just a thing to do. Try and watch a movie a week at least. I work out. If I'm doing music full time, I got to stay healthy. If I'm sitting at home all day, it's not going to end well. So go to the gym each day, each morning. Not to lift or get big or nothing, but stay active so I can do the stuff I really want.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few of those, man. Sometimes I read. I don't know. I'm not gonna claim that. Occasionally I read.
Like, what do you read?
Right now I was reading this book called Junkie. I saw this movie. It was called Queer. It had Daniel Craig, and then the writer, what's his name? William. I forget the writer, but it's called Junkie. It's like semi-autobiographical fiction. I think it came out in like I want to say like the 50s or 40s. I can't remember. Basically, this dude, he's a junkie, and it's just like his day-to-day life and how he gets around. Going, trying to get the next hit, and it's pretty funny. I think. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any other like day job or anything, or is this your living?
No, I don't. It's been my living for 2025, like a little over 2 years now. My last job, well, I worked at Warner Bros full time, and from that, I was doing music on the side. And then once I started making enough from music, I got a restaurant job for a few months just as a transitional thing. And that was like the last time I had a boss, which is, there's pros and cons that people say it's nice to work on your own, but I've been doing it for 2 years now, self-employment. And it is, sometimes I do wish I could answer, someone who could control all that busy stuff, emails, DMs, whatever. But yeah, this is my main job, making music.
Um, how do you feel knowing that like so many people see you as like an icon or like and spend time listening to your music?
I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't really show my face too much. I have a few videos, but on Instagram, I don't even really talk that much. But it does surprise me though when I read the comments. I do read the comments. Or I check the DMs. Just these people say some really nice things. Um, it does surprise me. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm an icon. I really am just trying to be truthful to myself, and I'm lucky that people gravitate towards that.
I mean, like as an
Um,
icon, I mean like an image of like
oh
what you put yourself like out to be there. Like,
yeah. It was interesting at first. You really want that. I don't know. Or at least just with me, I really wanted that at first. And once people actually started listening and I got an audience, it's like I'm fine now. I have a few people, as long as I have a few people who like to hear what I say, I'm cool with it. So putting myself out there, it was scary at first, but now I trust that I could really just talk my truth. And I'm gonna have a handful of people who are really gonna dig it. So don't stress me out too much. And like I said, I really don't put my face out there that much. I'm not doing photo shoots. I'm not in the magazines. I'd like to do this interview. I want to talk to you. You seem cool. Um,
thanks.
yeah, but yeah, I'm not too stressed about it. It's I'm not trying to be something I'm not. So I mean, it's not pressure.
Yeah. Um, like, are you generally like a violent person, or is it just like the in your songs?
Oh, yeah. In my song, I mean, I'm definitely. I wouldn't say I'm an aggressive person, but I am like I have my group of friends, and I'm definitely how do I say? I'm very like spiteful. Not to be taken literally, but I hold grudges.
Same.
In a nice, not really though. It's not that deep. I in the lyrics, it's definitely a hyperbole of thoughts, and it's entertainment. But I've gotten in fights. I've never, you know, how do I say? Um, I'm definitely a hater. I'd say I definitely have more enemies than friends. But I do love my friends dearly. I hold them close, so they definitely know a different side of me. But people like to say I'm intimidating when they see me on the street, just because of the way I dress. I don't think I'm an intimidating person, but maybe I am if you talk to me. I think I'm kind of goofy. I really don't know. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
wouldn't
love
say I'm
like
a
the
violent
goofy
person.
energy of like the songs in your animations.
Yeah, I try and keep it like not so serious. Like I'm never gonna say like I'm gonna pull out a
Yeah, like your
goddamn
Spotify bio.
gun and shoot you in the head. That's too deep. If I say it, I'm gonna do it with hyperbole and cartoony with some imagery. Because those are all thoughts.
I can tell you take it seriously, but like you're just generally a goofy person. So like,
I feel like I'm pretty goofy, and I would say that most of my aggression is not towards random people, and this is like you know it's a classic thing to say, but I kind of get my motivation off other artists, and like if I see something I don't like or hear a song I fucking hate, that makes me want to sit down and write more, and that's kind of where the violence comes in, man. Like I don't get a lot of these rappers, bro. Seems like it's not truthful, so I use that and I turn that into the lyrics that you hear, just that kind of uh that fire, I suppose, inside. I don't
yeah.
know. I'm a hater, like I said.
Like who's your biggest inspiration for music?
Ooh, don't show that, bro. Oh my god, is my hair thinning, bro? For music, like how I get my sound, or like
Yeah, like the
who do
sound
I?
of your songs and
Oh,
like,
I got a ton. I got a ton, man. I love. Oh, I'm a white boy, man. I love Eminem. I love Royce too. Rob Banks for sure. City Morgue. Ray Shrem actually. Fucking Young Thug, dude. A lot of some older stuff too. I've been listening to Lil Wayne, of course, all the time. That was in high school back. I would play Lil Wayne so much. No ceilings, all that. Um, Lately though, I mean, it's not all just rap. Like I love a lot of 80s synthwave stuff. Um, what you would call it, Depeche Mode. Boy Harsher lately is really good. They're not old, but all that goth stuff. I don't know how to say it. Bragolin, I think I've been listening to. That's like some haunted house music.
yeah.
Um, whole mixing pot of stuff. And I can't lie, I do love the occasional. I'm trying to sing more, not necessarily sing, but I do love a good melody. Um, Anything like that. I'm trying to think of a good example here. Shit, man. Oh, also I forgot. Shout out. one of my favorite artists is Nate No Face. He's really a bedroom artist. I think just the way how many songs he puts out, but it's inspiring to see that type of energy, and I try and channel that in my work.
Mm-hmm.
Just a whole lot of stuff, and not all rap.
Um, like, what do you think you would be doing right now if it weren't for your music career? Do you think you would be working at Warner Bros. Or like?
Oh fuck no. I mean, I've wanted to do music since I was in high school, but I've also wanted to do all that animation stuff, and I did do that animation stuff. If for whatever reason I never made another dollar from music, I would probably go back to animation, and I'd be happy about it, because I could still make music on the side. And but I don't know, man. It's like I didn't finish college. I went to college to do art, and then I left because I got that gig at Warner Bros. So I don't have a degree or nothing. I can't picture myself at a desk crunching numbers. Respect to the people that do. When I worked at that restaurant, that was pretty fun, but I probably wouldn't work there forever. But no, music's my fucking thing, man. And I hate to say that, but it really is. It's like I'm built for that one thing. Hopefully, I mean, it seems to be going good. I mean, I always have doubts about it, but it's working so far. I've been doing it for like almost 7 years now. This is definitely this is what I'm. I got to do this.
Yeah. What challenges do you think you have like the most of as of today?
What challenges?
Yeah, just like
Just like it's just burdens and
yeah,
obstacles.
just like in life and making music and like
Yeah. I mean, this is like a burden and a good thing because it is my motivation. I'm definitely like I've gotten way better at this, but just letting things lie, just letting people do their own thing. You can't control everything. Um, how do I say? Things are going to be the way they are. You can't control other people. Um, you got to just focus on yourself. Take it one day at a time. That's all generic stuff, but it is what it is. Just stay disciplined is one of the hard things. Because like I'm working from home, bro. I'm here in my room all day. This room is also where I sleep. That's where I'll go on the computer and play games or whatever the fuck. I'll watch a movie on the TV.
yeah, what
Sit
games do
down,
you
read a
play?
book. What kind of games do I play? My favorite game of all time, Binding of Isaac for sure. Borderlands. Um, I mean, I've been playing Balatro lately. Any roguelike really, like Slay the Spire. But that shit's time wasters. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sitting down there playing that for hours at a time. I forgot I have to actually do shit in my life. Um, all the shooters too, I guess. I put in work on Apex back in the day. I'm playing that stupid little Marvel game right now, but that shit's embarrassing, man. I don't know. Like I'm playing that all the time, but goddamn Iron Man, Captain America game. No one wants to. Come on.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, stuff like that. Single player, God of War,
Okay.
whatever.
What do you want to be like remembered for?
Remembered for? I don't know, man. I'm lucky to just be even remembered right now or thought of. So I haven't really thought that far ahead. I do. Oh, I didn't forget to mention. I love Kid Cudi. That was one of my biggest inspirations. That was my first tattoo I got at this day and night shit. So, but I remember listening to him, and as a young lad, and just he made me feel like I wasn't alone in my headspace. All these thoughts that you think they're just yours, and you feel so isolated. He kind of built a world for all his people who found his music, and so I guess I want to kind of do like that. I don't really know who the fuck I'm touching with my music, man. But if this shit lasts and it makes people maybe not feel so alone in their thoughts, and maybe I'm a voice that people can relate to. Not like I'm trying to get people to relate to me. I'm lucky that people have found me blessed. I guess that's all I can ask for is that I help some people get through it. You know.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I just want to say your music really touches me, bro. Like that's why I like your music. Just like the
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for asking me, man. It's just fun.
What's the best advice you think you could give to someone?
Damn, man. Just be yourself, probably. That's the classic, but you gotta be yourself. That'll make you the most happy, I think, unless you're naturally an angry person. But no, even if you're being yourself and you're angry, you're gonna be happy because you're not having to answer to no one. And when I say be yourself and not don't answer to anyone, that doesn't mean uh be disrespectful to people, I guess. Like just live your truth and remember everyone else is gonna be living their truth. And just treat people the way you want to be treated, I suppose. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Be yourself and treat people the way you want to be treated. Yeah, that's good advice. Also, I guess save your money, dog. Like taxes will hit you. I'm not gonna get into that, but save your money. Yeah, definitely.
um.
Uh, yeah.
What do you think is like the most memorable fan interaction you've had?
I don't know actually. Let me think. Let me think. Oh, I remember like when I first started, there's this dude. He was asking for a feature. He liked my music, and I've known him now for a long time because that was like what 2020. So he's been there since the beginning. But like he was trying to get a feature, and like he sent me the song, and that fool made it on like iMovie. I'm like, how the fuck you make a song on iMovie, bro? And he sent me the screenshots to it, and that just boggled me. I mean, I was appreciative. Like people got to do what they got to do, but I'm like, GarageBand is free. You don't got to be making it on iMovie. I don't know. Just the thought of him doing that on a film editing app, making a song, that is cool. I didn't even do it because he didn't have money, but he wanted to like buy me Steam games or something. I don't know. It's funny. That's probably not the most memorable though, but it's the one I can remember now. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you first realize that you wanted to like start making music?
Oh man, back in high school, those were the days, man. So I had a handful of friends in high school, not too many, but enough to keep me good. But a lot of the time I was by myself. Because I moved right before high school to a new city, a few hours away, which I'm glad I did, but it was hard, making friends and stuff when people already have their little groups. So I play a lot of music, walk through the halls with the earbuds. I was one of those guys, and I'd be drawing too. I'd be in the animation class listening to music, so I listen to a lot of rap. And so, though, in a way, a lot of the rappers I listen to, those are my heroes. Those are my friends. Those are the people I look up to, and that's what I wanted to be because I had them. They were keeping me afloat and giving me inspiration, and I knew I wanted to do that as well for the next group of people. And shit, man, yeah. I just remember reading lyrics off, remembering the lyrics off the songs I like and reciting them by memory. Just like I guess that's not a thing a lot of people do, but I don't know, man. That's something I just like about it. Just being able to say whatever you want, making it flow. I don't freestyle too much, but I listen to a lot of freestyles. That always intrigued me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, like what's the drive to keep making music? Like hypothetically, why don't you just like quit right now?
dude, I've thought about it a few times, but I'll never quit. Like, even if I do quit, I'm always gonna be making music somehow, man. Like, if I don't put it out, maybe I'll put it out under another name. I won't do that. I'm under a contract right now. I don't know. I just like to do it when I'm sad. I'll write. When I'm pissed off, I'll write. When I'm happy, it's usually when I don't write. So maybe that's a problem. But it's always been like a cope for me in therapy. It helps me feel busy, keeps my mind off things, and it's a good release. So, what was the question again? Sorry.
Uh, what's the inspiration and drive to keep making music?
Oh well, yeah, that's the drive. It keeps me afloat, man. If I didn't know how to write, I really don't know what I would do. But also, the reason I am who I am is why I write. I don't know. It's like it's a cycle. How do you say the two things feed into each other? I'm upset. I'm an upset person because I write, but I write because I'm upset. Yeah, man. I don't.
Yeah.
Uh,
What do you think like distortion and like 808s contribute to the quality of music?
oh shit, man. So I just started producing my own stuff last year. I mean, I tried it a little bit before, but now I put out songs with it. Distortion and 808s. I mean, don't you need distortion so like you can hear the drums on like small speakers? I don't know. I'm still learning.
Yeah, but like
Um,
a lot of
yeah.
distortion.
Oh, just like in terms of style, it's
Yeah.
good. You got to have that energy though, and that's I can still do that, but now I'm an old ass man, and it doesn't really intrigue me to be making that kind of music. I'll leave that to the young folks. But you don't get me wrong. I'll still go into the goddamn pit. I live here in LA. I can go to a show any fucking day of the week. There's always going to be one, and I'll be in there. But I don't know. My ears hurt now, man. Fucking, it's a great sound, but maybe I'm an old man. I'm never gonna tell people to stop doing that, though. I think, dude, distortion though and 808s, everything. I don't know. You could say a lot of things on the track. If you, I like, how do I say distortion in the 808 gives it that kind of edge that you need. To make things not maybe as cheesy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could be cheesy, but like say you got a melody or you're saying some words that I don't know, or a little vulnerable. You put that 808 and distortion on it, not specifically just those two things, but that kind of grime, a nasty sound, and that'll give it that edge. It makes a relatable to a lot more people, and it makes it more truthful too. Because a lot of the shit I'm saying, I don't even know if people read the lyrics, man. I feel like it's pretty upsetting. Maybe it's not. I don't fucking know, but I think I have that tone and some of the beat selections and the chops that kind of give it that grime, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of straight from your question, but all that type of stuff, yeah.
Um, do you think social media is like helping or hurting small artists today?
I don't fucking care about that, man. I mean, I'm on Instagram. I tried TikTok a few times. It's not my thing. Respect to the people that do it. I think it is important, social media now, to be able to, okay, there's pros and cons. Social media, I've met a lot of people through there that I would have never met without it. It allows me a platform to put my stuff on the internet. I'm counting YouTube as a social media. Those are two good things. The cons, I'm gonna sound like a total old man here. I keep saying this shit. I hate the vertical. I hate the vertical. I hate how we're evolving that way.
Yeah.
I think it diminishes everything, man. Like I don't know. I hate when rappers or musicians they post like a TikTok or a reel and they post each fucking lyric popping up at once because at that point I don't care about the lyrics no more. You're just trying to get my attention with each little thing. So
Yeah.
that's why I'll never do it. I think as soon as you get it on that tiny screen and convert it to that format, it just diminishes what I'm trying to say or anyone's trying to say. I don't take that shit seriously, man. Um, but I'm not dissing social media. That's specifically just like the TikTok and Instagram reels, that type of content. Content, the word fucking content. Also, yes, yes. Social media, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. Social media um has turned a lot of people's passion in their projects into the word content. And so if a motherfucker will say that word like a musician or a rapper or an artist and they use that word content, you're immediately like, I'm not replying to you. I'm not fucking I don't know, bro. I don't want to work with someone who's doing it for content. What does that even mean, bro? Like it's like fast food, man. It's junk food music. I don't know. Give me some real, just say it's a fucking song, bro. Don't call it that. I'm ranting right now. Just give me another question or I'll keep going.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
How long do you want to keep making music?
Like as a career,
Yeah.
I don't know, as long as I can, man. And it's paying the bills right now. It pays my rent, pays my bills. As long as I can. And I really don't know where it's taking me. Uh I suppose I should be more open and stuff. But I'm fine where I'm at. I love making music from my house. I love making music with my friends online. I love being able to have this freedom, to leave the house for a day and not have to answer to no one. Fucking maybe not work for days on end. But I'll do it as long as I can, man. As long as I'm able to, and as long as I'm blessed with the people who are listening, because those people are who make it possible. And I'm lucky that we have that connection, man. It's nice.
Mm. All right. What's your favorite song?
Of all time,
Yeah.
oh man, let me hold on. I think I have a Spotify playlist for this because it's one of those things, man. Like yes, you got to see them. Can't pop it in my head. There's so many. Oh, oh. I'm just gonna read off some. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I mean, I fucking love Rush. I love that whole Power Windows album. That's not a song. Um, Skatehead by City Morgue's one of my favorites, dude. Um, anything by Tool. I got my Tool tee on right now.
Mm.
Um, where's the goddamn playlist? Oh, there's like the Eminem and Ti song that sounds so fucking serious, but it like rings the 2000s for me. It's called All She Wrote. I love that song. I love Stars by Fun. That's a classic from my 2010s days. I want to dance with somebody for sure. I don't know. There's fucking too many. I don't have a favorite song of all time, and it always changes too. Depends on your artist, but the ones that have stayed in there usually gonna be something by Kid Cudi, Eminem. I've been playing a lot of Rodriguez lately too. Sugar Man, all that shit. Yeah.
All right. What's a favorite lyric you've written?
I don't remember half the shit I wrote until I hear it. Like I've written so much stuff, I can't think of it right now. But what was I saying? Let me think. Let me think. Dog, man, I don't know. I mean, I like that Hangman Flow song, and this is stuff I put out, but I like Hangman Flows. I feel like I talked some truths on there. Picturesque. I said some shit on there that I liked. What I say? Oh, that whole verse that I wrote. I'm not trying to start myself off here, but I like that one. Oh, I wrote one. Oh, my family loves the 49ers. I'm not a terrible fan myself, but I have a song that didn't come out yet. I put 49ers bars in there. I said, what is it? Um, that one when I don't even remember. Bowie knife is the TBT. Deb Archetta. I referenced Deb Archetta. D-Bar Chitty, it was 34, run it back, 15 more, run it back, 49, CMC, this so Kittle, not the little league. Love you, that be silly. I got love for you, that sentence, what it really mean. Chicken shit, hard boil, crude oil, sickening. Siphon it, silly straw, spin around, Billie Jean, hee hee. That shit don't make sense, but I was like a bunch of 49ers at the beginning, but whatever, dog. It's not even out yet. Not even out.
I
I don't know. A lot of my lyrics, though, are like, I feel like people don't get them because there are a lot of like references to movies or TV or celebrities or music. Maybe people read them when they get it. So when I put the lyrics in, I try and capitalize the proper nouns. Um, I don't know. I've heard people say that it sounds like I'm saying a lot of stuff, but they don't know what it is, which is why they like it. So maybe I'll just keep fucking doing it. I'm not gonna stop. But I don't know. I feel like there's meanings in there, to me at least. Like me and my friend Lucian, we just putting fucking references to memes and stuff and internet gags and arrows on there, and it flies over a lot of people's heads. But I guess it sounds good because it's words that people haven't heard before. So
oh my god, I'm still processing that I'm on call with you, bro.
the what?
That I'm still processing that I'm on call with you.
Oh really? Yeah, man. I'm just a dude, right? How old are you?
Well, I'm 13.
Oh shit. Okay, when I was 13, dog, what was I doing? That's when I really started listening to all this stuff. I'll be in high school, middle school, my earbuds, like I said, man. It sounds like you really like music. And I saw some of your videos on Instagram, man. Did you edit those or someone else?
No, I edit them.
See, that's very professional. They look really good. Like it's presentable. And that's why I wanted to talk to you because it looks I don't know, it was legit stuff. And if you're only 13, you're just gonna keep getting better if this is what you want to do. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're actually like I never thought you would respond to my DMs, bro.
That was a good DM, man. No, I don't reply to a lot of DMs. Or at least the ones where people are trying to work or make moves, as you say. Um, Unless it's like professionally written and serious, bro. Because a lot of people aren't serious with time. You'd be surprised. So yours was nice. You're straight to business. You seem like a cool dude. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright. Do you have any like history with music groups or collectives?
nothing serious really. Back when I first started music in college, we would fuck around me and some of the other dudes. Nothing serious like that, but we call it collective. We never really made any music. Um, Music history collectives. No, man, I've usually been a solo act, but there's other artists I love to work with. My buddy Lucian Gray, that's the homie. I'm actually picking him up from the airport in a few hours. He's coming to LA. Sneaky was one of those guys a few years ago, and we still make some music, not as often because he's more of a DJ now, and that shit's sick as hell. And I calmed down. I'm glad he's keeping that energy up because like my voice is fucking thrashed. I really like Nervex. We have a few songs coming. Um, Consistently, no, I've never been in a collective, and I've never really wanted to be in one. That one that I was in college was like for a month, and it was literally just fucking freestyling at the dorm. So, it's never really struck my interest. Because the thing with collectives, man, unless everyone's really good, there's always going to be one person that everyone's orbiting around. And I don't know. I don't want to be orbiting around anyone, but I also don't want to be that guy where people are orbiting around me because I don't feel like I deserve that, nor would I want anyone
Kind
to
of like
feel that
Spider
way.
Gang.
I mean, I suppose I don't listen to them too much. Who'd you say? Who'd you say is like Lil Darky?
Yeah, Little Darky definitely.
I suppose, yeah, but
Little
I
Darky
wouldn't
for
want to say
sure.
they orbit. And maybe I misphrased that. There's there's gonna be a core fan base for everyone in there. Like I would listen to like
Yeah,
the fuck's his name? A14. I like A14.
yeah,
All that stuff. Not specifically Spider Game, but everyone. I don't know. Whatever.
yeah. Spider Gang fell off though a bit.
Oh, I mean, I see. Also, that's the thing. Um, with falling off, people talk about that. And I know eventually maybe I'll get to a point where people could say that I fell off, but I've never been on and I never want to be on just for that purpose. Like I think once you put yourself out there to the world, you're held to a standard.
Yeah,
And I don't think it's fair, yeah, to say
I
people
feel like
fell
you're just
off as
kind of.
long as your art's sorry, what?
No, I feel like you're just kind of chilling. Like most people are like they either have like super highs or super lows. You're just kind of like always in the middle, kind of like chilling.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just blessed that people want to hear what I have to say. And I just want to keep it that way, man. I mean, I wouldn't be pissed if anything else happened or for whatever reason the song blew up. But I know those people, the real ones are gonna stay, not the real ones. The people who really appreciate what I have to say are all the people I care about, man. And that could be fucking five people. Um, I just want to be true to myself, like I said. So putting myself out there is fine. whatever. But I don't need all the goddamn flashing lights. I used to want that, but I'm literally just so blessed. People want to hear what I have to say. So,
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
what genre would you define your music, like most of your music as?
I mean, when people ask me, I tell them rap first, but I say like alternative rap, which alternative is such a wide fucking net. A lot of stuff can fall under there, but I mean, that's kind of what I do. So I've dabbled in like DMB, techno, some punk, a lot of drum and bass. Those are the main ones. Trying to be more melodic now, but it always centers around rap. So I just say it's alternative rap and let people figure that out for themselves. Because I have a lot of different songs with different sounds. People are gonna find their favorite ones. People are gonna hate some of them and love some other ones. Just alternative rap, really.
Yeah. Um, can you like explain the history of your sound and like what it sounded like at first? What program, like what software did you use, and like
What it sounded like at first.
yeah, and,
Okay.
yeah, was it a different genre at all?
I mean, when I first started, I was like maybe for the first couple years, 2 years, maybe the first 2 years, I was really just saying shit that I thought people maybe wanted to hear. Um, about I was like what, probably fucking 19, doing all this, popping bottles, dude, fast cars, which is great. I'd like to hear some of that stuff too, but it's definitely changed. I don't really talk about that stuff anymore. Maybe I do, but I try and put more of a spin on it from my perspective. Um, I've been using the same mic though since I started. I'm actually talking on a different mic for this interview, but this is the mic I use to make music. This Bluebird, this shit got rust on it. Um, I should probably get a new one. And I don't even really have an interface, dog. I got a blue icicle, and if you want to do it, you could do it. Everyone can buy this equipment. I think I got it for a goddamn I got graduation money from like my uncles, and then so I got this. I believe I don't remember so long ago. Um, my vocals have changed. I think around a few years in. The early years, I was really just doing one track and then some ad libs. But now I love to do multiple tracks, but kind of give it a chorus vibe so it doesn't sound like it's me talking. It sounds like a group of people. Maybe I'm straying away from that now in my newer stuff that people are hearing. But I've had fucking I've gone through the maze, dog. At one point I was screaming a lot when I lived in a spot where I could scream and I felt like I wanted to scream. Um, Doing a lot of voices, high pitched shit, all that stuff. Um, Lately this year, in this past year, I've been doing it in my natural voice and mostly focusing on the lyrics. Right now, it's very lyric driven. I just want to write. Probably later this year. Been working on an album fucking forever, and it's gonna get back into that traditional chorus, hook, verse, into a goddamn bridge, but all that stuff. But right now, I don't really care what I'm putting out as long as I'm saying what I want to say. Because there's a lot of shit on my mind that I need to get out. It changes, man. It's really just how I feel
Yeah.
day to day.
Um, so what's the creative process like for making music?
Oh, someone has asked me this before, and for me, like, are you like being super like when you're asking this? Do you mean like, oh, do you sit down and you write, or just asking like what goes on?
Yeah, what goes on in
Like,
your like head?
well, if I think it's something that makes me mad, something that excites me. I don't know, makes me pissed off. I'm gonna write it down really quick so I don't forget it. Always write that down. I feel like people used to have tape recorders and do that, but I'll just write the words down and the feeling. If I have a joke or something in my head or a rhyme or something I think sounds cool, I'll write it down. And if I will sit down to work on a song every day, and then I'll just pull up those notes that I wrote as a jump off point, start writing around that. I've been making beats now, or I'll start just playing melodies, and then when you hear a rhythm or a melody, some notes that you like, you want to write to that. It's got to evoke a feeling. Or someone will send me a beat that's already done, and I'm like, fuck it, man, I'll just rap over that. No real process with that one. But you just got to write it down when it comes to you. You hate to forget an idea, right?
Yeah, I do that with my questions.
Right. Yeah, these are good questions, by the way. These are good questions.
Thanks. One second.
Yeah.
I gotta put my lizard away.
Oh yeah. You have lizards? How many lizards?
I got two. They're
Oh yeah, man.
they're amazing, bro. I love them.
I've always wanted a lizard, dude. I live in a house right now with a few other people, no pets though allowed. So get a lizard when I'm out of here.
Yeah. Have you ever had any like major setbacks during your career?
Every fucking day, man, as a setback. But I think last year was not a setback, but it was a year I was definitely trying to learn how to use it. You just do, get into production, learning the scales, the major scales, all that. And that wasn't a setback, but I was focusing on relearning stuff I never really learned. So I kind of took a year off last year almost. I also moved to another house, so that took up some time. Um, I don't try to look at stuff as a setback though, man. It does set you back, but while you're in the middle of it, it doesn't feel like a setback. It's like learning. I don't know. Like I've changed so much as a person, especially these last 2.5 years. Some would call that a setback. I just call it a shift in perspective. And it's allowed me to make music that I wouldn't have been making a few years ago. Just things changed. Change of location, definitely. Change of the people your friends, your relationships. People enter and exit your life, and it just makes you think stuff. And those aren't setbacks. It's a shift. So no setbacks.
Yeah. What's the story behind the name Shugs?
So my last name is Sugars, actually. And so in high school, and people would either call me Sugars or Shugs. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna use Shugs. And that's what I'm saying. It's not really like obviously there is that artist persona, but it is a name that I've been called for so long. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to be anything that I'm not. It is just it's my name really. It's like my actual last name.
Yeah. Do you draw
Yeah.
any inspiration from like specific like life events or experiences or like
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, growing up is the biggest one. You just think of the past and how much you've changed. Write some lines about that. Hear a melody, something that reminds you of your childhood, maybe. Past relationships, of course. I love all my past relationships. That shit hurts sometimes to remember, but you can't regret any of that stuff. Um, changing location, like I said, moving cities. Like I moved cities when I was 13, which I think impacted me heavily. Having to do that big group when everyone's kind of settling into their youth, and I'm kind of the not the outcast, but the new guy. Seeing things from the outside, and then moving to college, different city, come back to LA, just moving around. All that stuff. Whenever your life changed, I try and measure. I don't measure life specifically like this, but you need like a big event. I feel like to happen every year, especially if you're working from home, dude. Like last year for me was to move to another house, which is not that big, but that changes your inspiration. Um, yeah, man. I don't know.
um like what's the process for finding inspiration when you're feeling stuck?
Just remember, you. I mean, this is just for me. This is I don't know how it started. I don't know how it works, but whenever I feel stuck, I just remember that I got it right. Um, I got to do it because that's what makes me feel better. I don't know how it started to make me feel better, but like you just got to trust. You don't want to do it sometimes. You don't want to sit down and work, but it's like going to the gym or something or eating healthy food. You're never going to regret doing it. It's like the thought of it you don't want to, but once you're down, it's like an instant. And I have never had a time I think where I sat down and wrote something and I regretted it. Like it's an instant like band-aid over whatever fucking problem I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in the Central Coast in a town called, well, technically Orchid, but it's a small town, so most people know Santa Maria, famous for tri-tip and the Michael Jackson trial. Um, it's close to Santa Barbara Slow. It's in California. And then in what was I 13? When I was 13 in 2012, I moved to Burbank, which is technically in LA, but it's on the outside. That's where all that movie studios are. Warner Bros, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network was there, Disney. That's how I got into animation and all that stuff. So I just like to say I grew up in both towns because they're two very different ones. Orchid was very small town, Farmville type. They changed now. They've added some stuff, but it's kind of it's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's close to nowhere if you keep going. Um, but it's nice. That was a nice spot to grow up. In Burbank, like I said, it's different than Orchid. It's a suburb in LA where you're still in LA and everything's close, but it's an entertainment city, man. There's goddamn three fucking movie theaters within 2 blocks of each other. So a lot of that influenced me watching these movies, being close to these what you call them these places that I grew up watching. Like I would watch goddamn SpongeBob when I was a kid, Rugrats, all that. And then I moved to Burbank, and here's the goddamn studio, like a mile away from my high school. Cartoon Network was literally a block away from my high school, and the Flapjack and Adventure Time regular show, those were my favorite shows. So seeing that was definitely inspiration at the time. But just imagine that, yeah, coming from a small town where the biggest thing there is probably the fucking frozen yogurt spot. I don't know. And then now suddenly here's Disney. Like here's fucking Disney, dude. It's down the street. You can go there if you want on a school field trip. And I'm blessed to be there. It was tough for me, high school, but I would not want it any other way.
Yeah, I think you already answered this, but like, how do your childhood overall affect your music?
My childhood, or like my teen years.
Yeah,
So I count those as like two different lives, bro. Childhood, I was definitely a lot of who is not happy in their childhood. Well, I know actually that's not true. There's probably very unhappy children. I'm sorry. I had a good childhood growing up, you know, and I wasn't shitting on my old town, but it gave me a lot of space to do what I want to be a kid, ride my bike around, dude, ride the bike to the 7-Eleven, make a day out of it, go to the goddamn park, catch some frogs. Um, and it was happiness sitting around with my brother and my sister playing the GameCube during the summer, going on the slip and slide. And then when I moved to LA right before high school, I don't know, it was very different because, like I said, man, I didn't know too many people, and all that happiness kind of became a memory. I got to see my old friends, kind of in my old town, growing up without me in those years. And meanwhile, I'm fucking here drawing pretty much every day, listening to music. Um, so that shaped me. I don't know. I feel like I grew up. Maybe fuck. I'm still like a kid, but I don't know. I definitely grew up pretty young. I feel like there's other people who can relate to that. Just kind of living with myself and being in my own head and seeing things from the outside allowed me to grow up fast. But it's sad though. I mean, I can't complain. It's fucking Burbank, dude. It's, you know, but just that's just the loneliness I think has inspired me.
yeah. So, has any like anger stemmed from your childhood, other like not loneliness but anger? Like,
I mean, there's some anger, bro. Damn, it's like a therapy session now. In high school, I wasn't an angry person, but I was always just like I said, I would look at things from an outside perspective. So it was definitely skewed. I feel like I had this sort of how do I say, not darkness. That's cheesy. Um, resentment. No, not even, man. I was a lot of like, oh, why me in high school type shit. So it's not anger necessarily. I don't have anger for people. I have anger for people who I think are inauthentic, even if they can't help it. I don't know, boring people. There's a lot of rappers I think are boring and they flaunt it to the world. I don't know, like get a life. That's my anger, I guess, just towards people. Maybe people who are doing the same thing as me, but it seems inauthentic. Not this. Well, mine is true to myself, but I don't know. I can kind of peep that shit.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Um, what the household look like growing up?
You know, I can't complain, man. It was nice when I was young. My parents, you know, a small town, and they were the newscasters for the local news station. What do you call them? Anchorman, anchorwoman. So I didn't really see them too much before I was 13. Well, I did. They were, you know, I would play at like a soccer game or a baseball game. They'd be there. I don't want to say they weren't there. They were very supportive. But, you know, I would go to school, come back, and they had to work because, you know, they're working the newscast. So they were gone. They would come back to like midnight. So we had a babysitter when I was a kid. Um, but then my parents realized that they weren't seeing us too much. So that's why we moved to Burbank for better opportunities and to work jobs where they could see us. And it was nice. But like I said, I had that feeling when I moved, that loneliness. I didn't really talk to my family about, didn't talk to my brother and sister. I kind of hated on my brother because the move was super easy for him. My sister, not as much. It was really easy for her, I feel like. But she's my younger sister, so I she kind of took stuff from me, which is nice. I love my brother and I love my sister. Love both my parents. Um, but growing up, you don't realize that everyone has problems. And you know, as I'm older, I realize that my parents aren't fucking superheroes, right? As everyone does.
Yeah,
And that makes me love them more, though. I can't lie; they're good to me. They're two role models. They're still married, man. Like I'm lucky. Sometimes I'll be talking to people, like, oh, my parents aren't together, and I forget that I'm might have been together for goddamn shit, maybe 30 years. I don't fucking remember, but they're definitely good. But none of them have this like, how do I say it? Maybe my dad a little bit. They don't have the negative traits that I have, the bitterness and the I'm definitely not a misanthrope, but like I'm an extroverted introvert. I don't think any of them are that introverted. Um So I don't want to say I'm the black sheep of the family. That's not true. They love me and I love them, but definitely I do shit on purpose to make them laugh, man. Like just like tr- I don't know. They see me in a different way, so I kind of play into it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who do you think the biggest supporters were when you started making music?
When I started, oh, the friends for sure, the friends, people that I didn't even think were my friends, because I had this deep fucking, well, I had this wall around me, and then people started to support and repost. I'm like, maybe it's not so bad, man. A lot of friends who repost, and I had a few shows. The first year I started, first 2 years, and I had mad people come out. I'm like, they had to pay for those tickets, man. I couldn't get free tickets. They still came. So definitely the friends. My parents were a little skeptical at first because, like I said, I left college kind of to do music. Um, and they're like, "Oh, you better have a plan." They never doubted me, but they wanted to make sure I was on the right track. They're big supporters now, but not at first. But when I first started, yeah, definitely the friends. And it's hard when you start, man. When you don't have anything built, it's hard to get a fan base. So you really got to put yourself out there. Had a lot of started to get random people on Instagram, commenting nice things, which was nice. It's kind of validation. Um, but yeah, definitely the friends were the biggest ones at first.
All right. Um. So now we're going to move into some uh deeper questions and
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. Um. So in the song, this is the only lyric that I could find that do you would you say most of your lyrics have deep meaning, deeper meaning? Or,
I mean, depends on which ones. Some of them really don't. Some of them do.
yeah.
A lot of the older stuff, I wouldn't say there's too much meaning, but lately, maybe the last three years, I feel like most of it does. I mean, they all have meanings, but I don't know. The last three are very personal. Since Pepper, I think, is very personal.
Pepper or
Yeah, since I put out Pepper, I feel like the
oh,
lyrics
I
have been way
love
more
Pepper,
personal. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
bro. That was
Um.
that was one of the first songs I started listening to. I remember walking to the gym at while listening to that, and I felt like I was on top of the world, bro.
Oh yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised I made that shit. I can't even lie. It just happened. I was like my first year doing music. I had that part time gig at the restaurant. I hadn't left there yet, but it gave me time to make that. And it was cool. 7 tracks. I like to do mixtape 7 tracks, but the next project I put out has got to be an album. And I've been working on this shit for years, dude. But it's gonna happen. I have the idea in my head. Wait, what's the question? Lyrics? Let's go. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. In the song
Yeah.
25 for Life, you
Oh.
amazing song. You state
Okay.
you don't want to know the voices that I fend off. What
Oh
does
yeah.
this mean?
That's just the fucking inner monologue, which I think everyone has. I've heard something that says people don't hear like themselves talking in their head, which I think is bogus. Everyone does. But then some people say they don't, and I refuse to believe that. I definitely talk to myself a lot. Just, time I've spent alone walking. I lived at a studio apartment like last year for a year, so every fucking day I'm just in this goddamn like box by myself. I talk to myself a lot. Either doubting me, encouraging me. Those are the voices, I suppose. Also, the voices of the people I knew in the past. At least the memories of those people. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering them wrong, but old friends, old love. People who died. People are here, family. Um, I don't know. They talk to me, not literally talk to me, but I hear what like if they were watching me now or what I would say to them. It's like a fucking conversation's going on in my head. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In a lot of the music videos and even in this interview, you appear either smoking cigarettes or vaping. What's your history with this?
I started smoking cigarettes. I don't smoke every day. I like to smoke when I go out or I'm being social. Goddamn, man. Sometimes I will just go out. I was at the goddamn club for my friend. She left. She left on Monday to go back to Texas. She had a little get together on Monday. Like, I'm gonna go just so I can smoke cigarettes outside of the club, dude. Because I don't be smoking at home like that. I got this vape, which is actually really bad. I think it's a terrible habit. I'm gonna kick it. I don't vape often, but I'll buy these like things, bro. I buy one. If I don't throw that shit by the time it's out, I got to get another. So this will probably be my last one until I cave again in a few months. But damn, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Fucking, maybe I get cancer. I don't know. Runs in my family. Shit'll probably happen. I say I don't care now, but we'll see how I feel if I'm fulfilled by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I like to drink too. I like beer and I like the mixed drinks. I like all that. There's too many drinks to try. I know you're 13. I shouldn't be talking to you about this,
Nah,
but don't
you're
do it.
good, bro. I've talked about
Okay.
much deeper stuff on my channel.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
hollow
Don't
interview.
do it. Don't do it till you're older.
This one final question. For me,
Mhm.
this one isn't that deep. What was it like making the help make the soundtrack on like the Netflix show?
Oh, that was sick, man. That was sick. So, um, it's all come from knowing a guy, from knowing a guy, from knowing a guy. I had a friend who knew someone, and then they knew the creator, and through them they heard the music. And then so the dude who's made the music for the show, he's looking for artists to. He wrote all the songs, Brian. What is it, like 12 songs? I don't remember, but each episode has a song. So they had to pick these artists out. And I'm half Filipino, man. So it was a Asian centric show. A lot of that culture. So I think I fit into that one. It was great. He was like, we had a call with some of the people there. Is he yawning? Sorry, you can hear that. I had a call with some of the people there. They told me they're writing the stuff. They just sent me the tracks. I recorded it at home. They mixed it. It's probably the best mixed song anyone has ever done for me. Because it's professional. That's the big shit. It was nice. I loved it. I've not watched the whole show yet, but I saw the first couple episodes. It's good. I just don't watch TV too much. But it was great. One of the best things I've done.
All right, that's all I got for you. Any questions for me or anything?
No, I don't. This is cool. Yeah, this is cool.
All right, bro.
This is fun, man. Thank you.
I'm just so happy that I got you on, man.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Yeah, you're good, dude. I didn't know you were 13, man. I was watching those videos on Instagram. If you edited those, you're just gonna keep getting better, dude. Like that's very nice. Yeah, very nice work.
I'm still using Filmora.
I don't even know what that is, so good job. What is that?
It's you know, I forget what like the big editing software is. The
I know a few of them. They got Premiere, Final
Yeah,
Cut.
Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
That's like the step down from Adobe Premiere.
Okay.
This
That's
one
fine,
costs
man.
like
No, fucking.
yeah,
I
this
was
one
on iMovie until I was like, iMovie. That's still a
yeah.
thing.
I used
Yeah,
to
I was on
edit
that
on
until.
iMovie.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good starting one. So I mean, it's never what you have, it's what you can do with it, man. And you've been doing stuff with it. So
All right. Thank you so much for coming on, bro.
yeah, of course, dog. Yeah.
All right, guys. If I'm being honest with you for a second, I don't know how in living hell I got this interview. I am so glad that I got to just talk to Shugs and learn more about him, his history, and his music. And if you like this video, make sure to follow me and see y'all in the next one.